Looks like my video production frequency has moved up to an incredible once in a year. Nonetheless, welcome to Bhuj. So this is the 27th of December. Over the last year, a lot of things has happened for us. We've been to some of the darkest night sky locations in our country, Ladakh, Sanskar, and lots of other places. However, this time of the year, we're out exploring one of the less explored parts of our country, which is the Rann of Kutch. We arrived by Ahmedabad. It was a long and arduous bus ride, and really it was bone-breaking for us. But however, after a good night's sleep, we're ready to go out and explore and find out the secrets of the Rann. Next stop, Liari Riverbed. So, we have arrived at our next place of stay, which is in Liari. The resort here is called the Infinity Resorts. A little bit more on that later. About our next place, our destination for photography, we are supposed to go to the Liari riverbed like I mentioned before. But when you check for this place in Google Maps, it will lead you to some spot which is in Pakistan. We spoke to the guys here at the hotel and they tell us that the spot that we're looking for is 20 to 30 minutes away from here. We'll quickly have lunch and then check out this spot. Hopefully you don't have to cross the border for it. Something that I found to be really interesting is that this chain of resorts, which they call Infinity Resorts, have branches in places where tiger reserves are also there. For example, like Bandhavgarh, Corbett and Kaziranga. It's really heartwarming to see that these folks are trying their best to help conservation of wildlife. In each of their rooms, they have some magazines which are dedicated to wildlife conservation. They even have cards inside which tells you to conserve water and do not use excessive detergent because that will hamper the water cycle. Great. Chalo Manoj. So finally, after a couple of hours of roaming through this desert, we finally arrived at our destination. Now the thing is, this Liari riverbed that we are looking for, none of the locals seem to recognize this place. But we asked around, we asked I think 6 to 7 people and they finally pointed us to right spot. So this is it, this is the Liari riverbed. But now, as usual, we are late to arrive on the location. The sun is just on the horizon when we have to try and find compositions before it's sundown. Again, it's a mad rush. Let's see what we can find. So as of this composition, I have this lovely pattern of sand or stone or something which goes into an S curve, and then I have this stone stack which is there in the background. Now I'll be taking some blue hour shots of this. I'll try to do a blue hour blend and I'll be having start trails in this direction this way. So hopefully the image turns out good. I'm not sure how much light pollution we have in that direction. We'll have to wait and see till it's completely dark. We have been sitting here for the last 2.5 hours now and our start trail has just completed, but I have no idea how the shot will turn out because there is a lot of light pollution going on in the horizon, probably because of the expressway that is just beyond the ridgeline over there. I really am not sure, but anyway, if the shot turns out any good, here it is on the screen. 24 mm এখানে আছে।
তখন ওই ছড়টা আমি ধরে দিচ্ছি দাঁড়া।
তুই ধরে দিবি? So it's currently 9 a.m. in the morning. We had an excellent shoot yesterday, although the area was quite light polluted. I have no idea how the image would have turned out. I'd have to see when I get back home. By this time you might have seen it already. Let me know in the comments how it looks like. Today we'll be going to a place which is called Khadiya Dhro. It's apparently some sort of canyon, but thankfully this time we know where exactly on the map that spot is, so we'll be able to locate it properly. It's probably an hour's drive from here, so we'll go out after lunch, then we'll try and scout for compositions.
স্নেহা লিয়ারি কেমন লাগলো বল?
বেশ ভালো, কিন্তু ওই টিলাগুলো যদি আর একটু বড় হতো বেশ ভালো লাগতো, আরো বেটার লাগতো।
লাইট পলিউশনটা কেমন লাগলো?
হ্যালোজেন মেরে দিয়েছে পুরো। আমি দেখছিলাম ওই পার্টি লাইটগুলো না এরকম 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 করে।
পার্টি লাইট না, ওটা গাড়ির হাই বিম।
এরকম এরকম করছিল কেন? না না, টার্নিংয়ের জন্য না, যেগুলো কলকাতায় দেয় মানে পার্টির জন্য এরকম স্ট্রেট থাকে, এরকম এরকম ঘোরে, ওই মালটা। দ্যাটস নট হাই বিম। না,
উড়িষ্যাতেও দেখেছিলাম।
হাই বিম তো মুভ করবে, এরকম এরকম করবে পেন্ডুলামের মতন, ওইগুলো ছিল।
We have spent a night here in Kutch for the first time, and that was in the Liari riverbed. But to be honest, as far as I have seen, it's getting to be quite challenging. Firstly, because of the light pollution. And then, let's talk about the timelines. We left Kolkata on 25th morning, and ultimately after 2 days of traveling, on the evening of 27th, we arrived at the first spot for astrophotography. If you don't already know, this particular trip that we made in December is not really for making photography content. So we are more on a recce trip for a photography workshop that we're planning to conduct later in March. Now, logistically speaking, it is proving to be quite challenging. However, we have just begun. We have just spent one night here. Let's see how it goes over the next few days, and then we'll have to figure out how to plan out our trip for March properly, so that we get to arrive in our location and spend more time and to explore compositions, because I'll tell you what, this place has a lot of potential.
गाड़ी वाले ये सब इधर हैं, पूछ लो थोड़ा।
किसके साथ बात?
वही भाई खड़े हैं। कहाँ यहाँ जी? नहीं क्या है ना, रात जो देर से आना, रात को क्या है?
हाँ, वो 9:30 बजे पकड़ लो।
यानी कि रात जो 5 9:30 को वरनु है ना, सब पे चौथ जा 5 को गाड़ी खाना में दी ये कहना सब कहीं था 9:30 गए रात जो मोड़ी सुधी फोटा काढना है नहीं के नहीं अलाउड आसा बेचारा इनको है ना, रात को 9:30 बजे के बाद अलाउड नहीं है। 7 7:30 7:30 तक अलाउड है गाड़ी का।
क्या बोल रहे हो आप? रात भर लोग फोटो खींचे यहाँ? रात भर लोग फोटो खींचे? हम लोग आज नहीं खींचे हैं,
पहले ब्याह मारू
2-3 महीने पहले तक भी खींचे हैं।
पहले था सब। मेरी बात सुनो, पहले चालू था। वो जो जगह है ना, उधर थी एक आदमी गिर गया नीचे, देखे नीचे गिर गया, उसका पैर टूट गया। फिर भी जो गाड़ी थी ना, सब उस पे आया, फिर पुलिस भी आई, केस किया था। अभी हमारे को मना बोल दिया, जब तक 6:30 थी 7:30, इससे ज्यादा नहीं रुकने का।
So we have just arrived at Khadiya Dhro, and it looks like there are a lot of restrictions to this place. They have private 4x4 vehicles which are only supposed to go on this route. Private vehicles are not allowed here. They're saying there is a lot of wildlife, foxes and caracals and all these things, which is probably true. And from the car drop-off point, the actual spot is a 5-kilometer up and down trail which goes through the forest. Look at all this vegetation, man. Completely different terrain to what we have witnessed before in Ladakh and Sanskar and all these places. My God, what the hell is this? It is getting dark right now, and there is a reason why I did not shoot any video yet. We have found quite a few interesting spots here in Khadiya Dhro. However, there are a ton of people around. In fact, I have been asked to take photos of probably 50 odd people. Anyway, I guess they've moved on to the other side. Look at that going on over there. Now, a little bit about the composition. So we have this water, this body of water here, which is complemented by the structure that we have at the top left corner. We have the beautiful glow of the sunset here, and the start trails will be coming this way. So the plan is somebody will have to go and stand somewhere around here after the start trails are done. So that will probably balance it out, because as of this moment this image is quite right heavy. Unless somebody stands here, this will not work out. We've just arrived at our parking spot. Apparently, they want us to have tea.
Let's have tea.
We told them, it is quite late now. We'll probably not get dinner. They're insisting us to have some tea. So we'll have tea. We shall have tea. अरे भाई साहब, खतरनाक चाय बनाए हो आप. So this is a final morning here at Infinity Resorts in Aral. The plan for today is, after breakfast, we'll be heading to Dholey, the white Rann of Kutch, which is supposedly the big deal about winters here in Kutch. The Run festival is what attracts a lot of crowd from all over the country to this place. So we'll go to a hotel which is somewhere near Dholey. Now, about the photographic opportunities, that is where myself, Manas and Sneha are a little bit skeptical, because the closest place for astrophotography is Dholavira, which is 1.5 kilometers away from our stay in Dholey. It's a little bit sketchy, but we'll see how it goes. Fingers crossed.
I get a little bit breathless, my thoughts are too big. Can I get some comfort, please? I guess I should have been honest. A break to my heart, it's weighing me down, baby. I'm like
Hello and welcome to the white Rann of Kutch. So a few things have transpired since we last left our hotel, which was at Nani Aral, the Infinity Resort. During the rainy seasons, when the rain pelters down on this region of the country, this place is flooded with water. However, as the summer progresses, the water evaporates, and what you get left over are this deposition of salt, which is all over the place, and this place looks like it's never ending, man. It goes on and on and on, and it feels like you could see through the horizon. It's absolutely breathtaking to look at. However, this is quite challenging in terms of photography. Whatever it is, even if I don't really get an image here, I'm absolutely enjoying my time here. This is breathtaking to look at, and it's so beautiful and so peaceful and calm. Absolutely incredible, guys. What is the problem, Manas?
I am brainstorming with the composition.
NLP होगा या L40?
वो तो नहीं पता, लेकिन एक ही चीज़ मैं बोलना चाहता हूँ, that is सनग्लास पहन लेता हूँ बोलने से पहले. Life was easier in 2022 when I didn't shoot any composition. Then my life became harder when I met Mr. Ranit Dholey.
So apparently there has been a slight change of plans. We are not really shooting the person standing in the foreground image. So what we are trying to do right now, I've just found an interesting pattern which I'll show you later. But before we do that, take a look at this. What the hell? What in God's name is this? So apparently this looks like a human feet on the left. This is probably a camel imprint. What happened? So as of my composition, I found this sort of a structure in the salt which looks like a running man or some sort of an alien creature which has splattered on top of this salt field. This is kind of an anomaly in this entire area because I cannot find anything like this around. I've got everything set up right here. We'll wait for the sun to go down and we'll wait for the stars to appear. If the mist turns up any good, here it comes.
Let's make up a big bonfire on the beach with the stars as our lighters and throw our problems in the flame.
We headed back to our homestays after another fulfilling night under the stars.
In the flame.
Well, good morning everyone and welcome to Dharani village at Hotka in Dhodro. A couple of updates since last night. We left a white Rann of Kutch at somewhere around 10 PM at night and it took us probably 1.5 hours to reach here at our stays here at Dhodro. However, that was somewhere around 11 o'clock at night and they had already wrapped up their dinner by then. So we got no food here whatsoever. We had to take some food outside, which was probably 20-30 kilometers away from here. Not the ideal circumstances, but that is astrophotography for you. You miss meals, you miss your sleep, you always feel tired, but you come up with a couple of images. About the plan for today. So today, we are, to be quite honest, quite exhausted. We have been shooting start trails in astrophotography for the 3 nights consecutively. And now our body has started to take a toll. So I think we'll take it easy today. We'll go to the tent city, which is at Dhodro, where all the Rann festival and all these things are happening. So we'll go, and I think because we are here in December, we should try and check out this place anyway. Do you hear this, by the way? That's parenthood for you. That's what over commercialization does to a place. This is the Rann festival, and there are at least a couple of thousand people around here today. Buses and vehicles and bikes and lots of music, loud music, that too. Ruins the nature vibe for me, and I'm sure for every one of us photographers here. Hey, Chup, we are here at the Dhodro White Rann today, but unfortunately it doesn't look like we'll be getting any photography done here, at least. And to be honest, I don't really feel like photographing anything at all here today. Anyway, we'll still try and do something here, but if nothing materializes, it looks like this is the end of the video here today. We had, as a summary, a very different trip from what we normally have. You know as well as I do that I love visiting the mountains with me, my friends Sneha, Manas and others. But however, this time, this was a completely different terrain for us. We had never been here before. This was completely new territory. And so we had to change our game plan, work with different types of compositions, and hopefully we came out of here as better photographers than we were yesterday. That, I think, should be the goal for every one of us out there. Just a heads up though, we do conduct photography workshops, and in the coming year 2025 we have workshops planned in multiple locations. Get in touch in the link below if you do wish to participate in one of these programs. I would like to end this video with one simple message for all of us. The night skies are something that we need to preserve and work towards conservation, because as you know, as you can see here, if it progresses like this, our pristine dark night skies will not be preserved anymore for our future generations. We have to work actively, at least those of us who are interested in photographing the night sky and are interested in astronomy. We need to work towards conserving these. If not, I'm afraid we don't really have a lot of time to get things back on the right track. So keep nights dark, keep light pollution to a minimum. I wish the new year brings you lots of opportunities to try and go and shoot the outdoors, nightscapes and the daytime landscapes, and whatever interests you. As always, I'll see you on the outdoors. Bye for now.
However, Sneha did agree to pose for one final image here.